I will tell you all the story. And then, after you hear it, you tell me if I should tell Oscar. Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
It's a deal. Look at the Festinger family. How handsome, how beautiful. How could anyone want to harm these children? Children of Abraham's God. They could have been your children. Why does it matter? Does it matter if he knows? What is the difference? Is not that what we say of Passover? What is the difference? Why is this night different than all other nights? A good question. I have lived 4 lives. My life in Romania before Hitler, my life because of Hitler, my life with my husband Bob, and my life after Bob died. But I am not a cat. I do not live 9 times. In 2 years I will be dead. Will my life have any meaning? I'll let you decide. You decide. For us, the Jewish extermination began in 1944. They took away all the telephones and the radios. There wasn't a single store left open. Everything was taken by the state. The Germans occupied Siget in March. They started by closing off all the streets. We had to give up our money, gold, and papers. Everything we accumulated. We had to wear the yellow star. It was law. We felt disgraced doing this. There were daily searches. We were not allowed outside. My father and brothers had their hair and beards shaved off. It was terrible to see our old grandfather without their beards, without his beard. And our grandmother, her health started to fade. She was so old. She said she would always pray for us. All in vain. We were put in ghettos, 10,000 Jews on 2 streets. Every gate, window, and door was boarded up. I remember my grandmother, who was allowed to come into the ghetto by carriage. This little woman, sitting upright like a queen. "You can do what you want to me," she said. "But I am Saratov, descendant of the great Polish rabbi." She took to her bed, and she was dead in 5 weeks. A tragedy, we were not able to take her to the cemetery. My brothers, Sandy and Shlomo, were taken to forced labor camp. My eldest sister, Gizzy, she lived in another town with her husband and her beautiful 4-year-old daughter, Kororka, named after our mother. This little Kororka was Papa's pride and joy. We hoped that they had escaped this terrible edict. Poor Papa. I always imagine, if I were to go home, that everybody would be there. Everybody. I would find that this was just a bad dream. Is it a bad dream? On May 14th, my brothers returned home with the other boys. We celebrated. Papa was so relieved to see his sons again. The next day, the Gestapo ordered us out in 10 minutes. We were only allowed to take a 20-kilo bundle with us. We now understood why my brothers were allowed to come home. So they would be taken away with their family. The bastards took the sick, the lame, 1 week babies, mothers who lay in bed with child. Everyone was taken without exception. The road to the train station was a terrible road. 10,000 Jews were bundles on their backs, crying children losing their mothers, husbands being separated from their wives, while they were being struck from all sides. Can you imagine this? Can you? The Russians were 15 kilometers from us. Every day we were expecting that they would come and save us.